The Galactic Council chamber was vast and cold. Thousands of alien leaders sat in floating seats made of light and metal. At the center of the chamber hung a single image. A small human warship from Earth. The ship looked plain. It had no golden armor. No glowing wings. No sharp blades or massive cannons on display. Compared to the ships around it, it looked unfinished. A ripple of laughter spread across the chamber. Some aliens clicked their jaws in amusement. Others released clouds of mocking sound. A tall reptilian admiral leaned forward and spoke with open disrespect. "This is Earth's first warship," he said. So small, so simple. The humans stood silently on their platform. They were few in number, wearing dark uniforms without medals or decoration. At their front stood Commander Elias Rowe. His face was calm, his hands steady. The council continued to laugh. A glowing avian leader flapped its wings and spoke loudly. "You crossed half the stars just to show us this. Is this a joke?" Earth was new to the galaxy. Humans had only recently discovered faster-than-light travel. They survived harsh worlds, violent storms, and endless wars among themselves. But the galaxy did not care about that. To them, Earth was weak and young. The prototype ship rotated slowly in the display. Alien sensors scanned it again and again. They found nothing special. No heavy weapons. No massive power core. No fear. The laughter grew louder. One alien commander said Earth should focus on trade, not war. Another said humans would not last a single cycle in real combat. The word primitive echoed through the chamber. Commander Rowe listened without reaction. Behind him, human engineers watched the data screens quietly. Their ship was inactive. Most of its systems were dark. Power levels were low by design. What the galaxy did not know was simple. Humans never showed their full hand. On Earth, survival came from planning for the worst. Every design assumed failure. Every weapon assumed a stronger enemy. Still, the Council dismissed them. The vote was already decided. Earth would not be considered a military power. The prototype would be recorded as a curiosity, nothing more. Then the chamber alarm sounded. A deep pulse shook the light walls. Red warning symbols filled the air. An unknown fleet had entered the system. The laughter stopped. Alien commanders shouted orders. Defense fleets moved into position. Massive warships powered their shields. The new enemy did not speak. Their ships were dark and sharp, moving with perfect coordination. Within moments, the first alien defense line was destroyed. Energy readings spiked across the chamber. Fear replaced pride. The strongest fleets in the galaxy were falling, one by one. Still, Earth's prototype remained untouched. It drifted quietly near the human platform, unnoticed and ignored. Commander Rowe finally spoke. His voice was calm and clear. Earth requests permission to activate Phase 1. Several council members turned toward him in shock. Some laughed again, but weaker this time. "What can that toy do?" one asked. Rowe did not answer. He simply looked at the image of the human ship. His expression never changed. Deep inside the prototype, hidden systems began to wake. Power flowed where sensors could not see. And for the first time, the galaxy made a mistake it would never forget. The enemy fleet moved like a living shadow. Their ships were sharp and silent. They cut through space with perfect order. Every movement planned, every strike precise. The Galactic Council chamber was no longer calm. Alien leaders shouted over each other. Orders flew in every direction. Defense fleets rushed forward to protect the core worlds. Massive alien warships opened fire. Bright beams filled the stars. Explosions lit the darkness. For a brief moment, hope returned. Then the enemy answered. Their weapons tore through shields like thin glass. Entire cruisers vanished in seconds. Even the strongest armadas began to fall back. Fear spread across the council. These were fleets that had crushed countless civilizations. Yet now they were failing. The galaxy's confidence shattered with every destroyed ship. Still, no one looked at Earth. The human prototype drifted quietly. Small and unimpressive among giants. Its weapons still silent. Its power reading still low. An insect-like general turned toward the human platform. "You should evacuate," it said. "This battle is beyond you." Commander Rowe did not move. His eyes stayed on the battlefield display. Behind him, human officers exchanged calm glances. No panic, no fear. The enemy fleet pushed closer. Their formation shifted. They began targeting command ships. One Council defense carrier exploded near the chamber's outer ring. The chamber shook again. Lights flickered. For the first time in centuries, the Galactic Council faced possible extinction. A council elder spoke in a broken voice. "All available forces, engage." There were no forces left. Most fleets were damaged or destroyed. The enemy showed no sign of slowing. That was when the human ship changed. At first, it was subtle. A faint glow ran along its surface. So weak that alien sensors barely noticed. Human engineers spoke softly among themselves. Numbers moved across their screens. Systems long asleep began to wake. Suddenly, alien scanners reacted. Energy readings around the human prototype climbed fast. Then vanished again. As if swallowed by the ship itself. Confusion spread. "How is it hiding that much power?" one commander shouted. The prototype shifted position, moving forward with slow intent. It placed itself between the enemy and the Council space. Some aliens laughed nervously. "Is Earth offering a shield?" one mocked. "That ship will not last a second." The enemy fleet noticed the movement. Several dark ships broke formation. Their weapons locked onto the human prototype. The first strike hit. A blast strong enough to destroy a capital ship. It struck the human vessel directly. The chamber fell silent. Everyone waited for the explosion. It never came. The energy vanished on contact. Absorbed without sound or light. Alien sensors screamed in confusion. "What just happened?" someone whispered. More attacks followed. Stronger, faster, deadlier. Each one disappeared the same way. As if the human ship was not there at all. Commander Rowe finally spoke again. Phase 1 complete. Panels across the chamber lit up with warnings. The human prototype's true mass and power began to register. Numbers climbed beyond known limits. The laughter was gone now. Replaced by fear and disbelief. As the ship's outer hull shifted and opened. Revealing weapons the galaxy had never imagined. One truth became clear. Ignoring Earth was not just a mistake. It was the worst decision the galaxy had ever made. The human prototype moved forward alone. Slow and steady. Like it had all the time in the universe. The enemy fleet hesitated. Their perfect formation faltered for the first time. Alien commanders watched in disbelief. No single ship had ever stood against them before. The prototype's surface shifted again. Plates folded inward. Hidden structures emerged. Not sharp or beautiful, but heavy, solid, and purposeful. Inside the ship, human crews worked in silence. No shouting, no panic. Only calm voices and steady hands. This was not their first crisis. Earth had trained them well. A low pulse spread from the prototype. Not a weapon. Not yet. Space itself bent around the ship. Enemy sensors failed instantly. Targeting systems went blind. Communication links collapsed. The enemy fleet fired anyway. Thousands of weapons struck at once. Beams, waves, and force pulses. Enough firepower to erase moons. All of it slammed into the human ship. The prototype did not slow. The attacks curved. Pulled away by unseen forces. Space twisted. The enemy's own fire bent around the ship. A council scientist spoke in shock. That is gravity control. On a scale that should not be possible. Commander Rowe watched quietly. This is why we do not show our strength, he said. On Earth, we prepare for extinction, not victory. The prototype responded. Its first true weapon activated. A deep vibration passed through space. Silent, invisible, deadly. Entire enemy ships collapsed inward. Crushed by their own mass. Armor folded. Power cores imploded. No explosions, only sudden absence. The enemy fleet tried to retreat. But space itself resisted them. Their engines failed. Escape paths closed. Human doctrine unfolded before the galaxy. Humans never trusted peace to last. They believed danger always returned. So they planned for it. In secret. The prototype's AI adjusted instantly. Learning, adapting, predicting. Every enemy move was already expected. One alien general whispered. They fight like survivors. More human weapons activated. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just effective. The battlefield emptied rapidly. Dark ships vanished one by one. The enemy's numbers fell fast. Yet the prototype did not chase blindly. It advanced with control. Precision over rage. Efficiency over pride. Commander Rowe spoke one final line. Humanity does not seek war. But we end threats permanently. The enemy fleet's core formation began to collapse. Their command vessels failed. Their unity shattered. As silence spread across the stars. The galaxy finally understood one truth. Humanity's greatest weapon was not its ship. Not its technology. But its mindset. The battlefield was quiet. Too quiet for a war of this scale. Fragments of enemy ships drifted through space. No fires. No signals. Only silence. The Galactic Council watched in stunned disbelief. Their greatest fleets were gone. Destroyed in minutes. By a single human ship. The prototype slowed. Holding position near the broken enemy line. Its weapons dimmed. But its presence filled the stars. A council elder finally spoke. Voice shaking. What is that ship? Commander Rowe turned to face them. It is a prototype, he said. Built to survive what we feared most. Humans had learned a hard lesson on Earth. Every peace was temporary. Every victory created new enemies. So they planned for failure. Not success. The prototype was not designed to impress. No bright weapons. No threatening shapes. It was built to endure. To adapt. To finish fights. Inside the ship, deeper systems activated. Systems no alien scanner could fully read. The ship's core opened. Releasing controlled energy across space. The enemy's remaining vessels reacted too late. Their hulls weakened. Their shields failed at once. One human weapon ended entire formations. Not through force. But through precision. It targeted weak points in reality itself. Alien scientists stared at the data. This technology breaks our laws, one said. Commander Rowe replied calmly. Your laws were built in safe worlds. Ours were built in dangerous ones. The enemy finally sent a signal. A surrender code broadcast on every channel. Desperate, broken, afraid. The prototype paused. Human systems evaluated the message. No emotion. Only logic. The Galactic Council turned toward Earth. Waiting. Uncertain. Humans had the power to erase the enemy completely. Everyone knew it now. Commander Rowe spoke after a long silence. We accept surrender. But remember this moment. The prototype powered down its weapons. Space slowly returned to normal. Fear spread through the council chamber. Not of attack, but of understanding. The galaxy realized the truth. Earth had not brought its strongest ship. This was only the beginning. The war ended without celebration. No cheers filled the stars. No victory songs were played. The human prototype drifted back toward the council space. Its hull was unmarked. Its systems calm. As if the battle had never happened. Across the galaxy, messages spread fast. Fleets recalled. Borders closed. Old powers fell silent. The Galactic Council chamber was filled with unease. The same leaders who once laughed now watched in respect and fear. No one mocked Earth anymore. A council elder floated forward. Our judgment was wrong, it said. We underestimated humanity. Commander Rowe stood straight. He did not smile. We did not come to be feared, he replied. We came to survive. Humans explained their past. A world of storms, predators, and endless conflict. A species shaped by danger. Forced to adapt or vanish. Earth had never known peace without cost. So they prepared for the worst future. Even when others enjoyed safety. The prototype was recorded in the archives. Not as a weapon of terror, but as a warning. New galactic laws were written. Humanity was recognized as a major power. Their technology protected. Their space respected. The enemy civilization was contained. Disarmed and monitored. Never allowed to rise again. As Earth's ship prepared to leave, the Council watched silently. One final rule was added to the Galactic Code. Simple, clear, and permanent. Never laugh at a human prototype. Far from the Council. The human ship entered deep space. Already evolving. Already improving. Humanity moved forward quietly. Not seeking domination. Only ensuring survival. And the galaxy would remember that lesson. Forever.